Tennant's aggressive scrub system removes grime, rubber marks, and excess buildup from environments that cannot be easily cleaned with standard brushes and detergents. The Tennant aggressive scrub process can remove moderate to heavily compacted soilage, like this, and often severe buildup, like this, from floors quickly and efficiently. The use of Diamabrush tools with Tennant scrubbers is the key. The choice of the right tools and the number of passes you make on the floor will dictate the final result you achieve. Your objective is to remove existing buildup, pass by pass, until the floor looks the way you want. Tennant's aggressive scrub system is the ideal solution to remove buildup, smooth your floor, increase light reflectivity, and improve the appearance of your facility. To remove heavy to severe buildup like this, start with 25-35 grit tools and progress to 100 grit concrete tools and then to 100 grit polymer tools to smooth the surface and close the pores of the concrete. Depending upon the result you want to achieve, you may choose to progress to finer grit tools. To remove moderate buildup like this, start with 100 grit polymer tools to remove buildup from the floor. Progress to 200 grit polymer tools or finer if you want a more polished look to the floor. Regardless of the tool you start with, you can progress to finer and finer tools to create the level of cleaning you choose. The Tennant aggressive scrub process is as simple as scrubbing your floors. To start, gather the tools you will need for the job. If you will be using Diamabrush polymer tools that are new or have not been used in 3 months, be sure they have been properly conditioned for use. To do so, prior to use, soak them in cold water for 72 hours or in water above 130 degrees Fahrenheit for 31 hours. Concrete tools do not require conditioning. Remove all pallets or other objects from the area of the floor to be aggressively scrubbed in order to prevent possible damage to the Diamabrush tools or to the machine squeegees. If there are any exposed racking bolts or similar obstructions on the floor, use appropriate methods to ensure that they do not protrude above the surface of the floor. Sweep the area. Tennant sweepers are ideal for this purpose. Follow the machine's pre-operational checklist to be sure the scrubber is working at its peak performance level. Ensure the squeegees and scrub head skirts are in good condition and adjusted properly. Make sure the vacuum fan filter is clean and seated properly. Ensure the recovery tank is empty and clean. Drain and rinse out the solution tank and then fill it with water. Add a heavy-duty degreaser detergent to the solution tank following the recommended ratio of cleaning solution to water, shown on the container label. Finally, make sure the battery is fully charged. To remove heavy buildup like this, install 25-35 grit concrete tools on the scrubber. Adjust the solution flow to a medium setting to assure adequate detergent is being used without excess flooding of the floor. Never use a Diamabrush tool on a dry floor. Propel the machine forward at a speed of approximately 1 mile per hour. Lower the scrub head and adjust the scrubber's down pressure to an aggressive setting without allowing the needle to go into the red zone. The method used to set or monitor the down pressure will differ depending upon the machine you are using, so refer to the machine manual for the proper setting. Overlap each pass enough to ensure there is no gap between brushes or paths. You will see a dramatic difference in the floor after only a few passes. Scrub the floor until you no longer see a noticeable difference in the appearance of the surface as you scrub. At that point, change to the next tool in the process. In this case, the 100 grit concrete tool. Make a series of passes with this tool until you no longer see a change in the surface of the floor as you scrub. At this point, the floor should have a smooth, fairly uniform appearance. You may choose to stop here, or make more passes with the 100 grit polymer tools to further smooth the surface and make the floor less porous. If your floors have moderate buildup like this, start with the 100 grit polymer tool. Scrub with overlapping passes until you no longer see a noticeable difference in the floor as you scrub. At that point, change to the 200 grit polymer tool and continue making passes until, once again, you no longer see a noticeable difference in the appearance of the floor. At this point, you can stop the process, or continue to use finer and finer grit tools to create as polished a floor as you want. Once you have reached your floor cleanliness goal, it is time to clean up the area and the machine. Drive the scrubber to your designated cleanup area. Empty the recovery tank into a designated receptacle in accordance with local and company requirements. Flush out the recovery tank. Be sure not to leave any concrete residue in the tank. Thoroughly clean the pleats of the vacuum fan filter by rinsing it with low-pressure water. Recharge the machine's battery. Once you have reached the results you want, you should sweep and scrub the area frequently to keep the floor in good condition. Once you have completed the process and followed the steps in this video, you will once again have smoother floors with an appearance that will reflect positively on both you and your company for a long time. If you have any questions about the process, just call a highly trained tenant representative. They stand ready to help you reach the results you want every time.